She appeared in the sky like a firestorm, but something was wrong. Captain Marvel wasn't here to fight. She was here to end it. The Avengers caused Earth's extinction, she said, eyes burning. Thor reached for Mjolnir. She broke his arm before he moved. You die first, Stark, she whispered. Then the rest. But something deeper was controlling her, something alien. She didn't come back alone, she was sent. And the villain who sent her is already here. The sky cracked like glass. Over the heart of Manhattan, light fractured into a blinding spiral, a portal collapsing in on itself. Pedestrians screamed, cars swerved, alarms wailed. And then silence hit like gravity, heavy and electric. Captain Marvel slammed into Times Square like a meteor. Smoke rose from the crater. Asphalt sizzled around her boots. Her fists glowed dimly, not with power, but with restraint. Her breathing was slow, measured. Her eyes scanned the skyline like she was confirming coordinates. She didn't blink. She didn't speak. She didn't look up at the gathering crowd. Then she said just one thing. They have to die. All of them. From above, Stark's voice snapped through the comms. Tell me I heard that wrong. Within seconds, Iron Man was descending fast, flanked by War Machine and Sam Wilson. Carol, what the hell is going on? She didn't answer. Her eyes locked on Stark's arc reactor. She wasn't just watching it. She was tracking its frequency signature, memorizing every pulse like it mattered. Because it did. Stand down, Stark warned. Whatever timeline dump you just came from, we can fix it. You're not thinking clearly. Carol's hands began to glow. Thor thundered down from above, hammer spinning, landing with a force that cracked the pavement. I see your power still burns bright, friend, he said cautiously. But we would hear your reason before. She blasted Mjolnir midair before it could reach her hand. The sonic shockwave shattered windows for 3 blocks. Thor's arm went limp, dislocated at the shoulder. Stark cursed. All right, no more soft landings. He fired the first repulsor beam. She didn't dodge. Instead, she walked through it, burning, slow, focused. Her shield aura flared, disintegrating debris midair. Her feet lifted from the ground, glowing gold, then white-hot. She rocketed toward Iron Man with speed he couldn't calculate fast enough. She tore through his outer shell like it was foil. War Machine intervened too late. She backhanded him into a building 3 stories up. Sam tried to encase her in his wing blades. She ripped them off in midair. And then Banner arrived. Not Hulk, just Bruce. He stepped forward from a shield convoy, visibly shaking. Carol, please, he said. I know you're scared. Just tell me what happened. She froze. Her eyes trembled, just slightly, like she was remembering something too painful to say out loud. You killed them, she whispered. What? Bruce's voice cracked. In the future. You lost control. You weren't you anymore. You turned. That's not possible. You became the end. Before he could speak again, she placed her glowing palm on his forehead. A pulse rippled out. Everything slowed. Bruce's eyes widened. And then he was gone. Not killed. Not injured. Erased. Stark screamed through the comms. Banner's signal is gone. Like memory core gone. Friday doesn't even know who he is. Doctor Strange appeared through a portal mid-street, eyes wide with panic. She's unraveling time. I can't stabilize this. This isn't a paradox, it's forced convergence. She's rewriting history. Thor clutched his damaged arm, gritting his teeth. What did you see, Strange? A future where the Earth burns. And she believes it's our fault. She's possessed. Wanda's voice snapped across the line, not a suggestion but a fact. She stepped from the shadows near the sanctum, red magic already curling in her palms. Carol turned slowly, locking eyes with Wanda like she was waiting for her. You were the last, Carol said. Wanda narrowed her eyes. You've seen too much, and not enough. Their powers collided midair. The street exploded with red and gold. Time slowed. Cars rose off the ground. Reality bent as the 2 most powerful women in the universe fought to break or restore what little remained of logic. Carol was winning. She wasn't stronger, but she was more certain. Wanda screamed, holding her ground, forcing her powers into Carol's mind. but she couldn't break through. Something was protecting her. Something ancient. Something alien. Back in the tower, Tony staggered to his feet, armor sparking. "She's not acting alone," he whispered. "She's targeting us by name. And Banner's not just missing. He's deleted." Strange nodded. "Someone implanted the memory. She thinks we betrayed her in the future." "But we didn't," Tony said. "No," Strange said. "But someone made her think we did." Carol descended slowly as the smoke cleared, hovering above the broken Avengers. "I don't want to do this," she said, voice shaking, more to herself than them. "But if I don't, everything dies." Tony raised a trembling hand toward her. "Who told you that, Carol?" She looked toward the sky, and far above Earth's orbit, through the black veil of space, in a hidden dimension only her altered mind could access. Something stirred. A being of shifting form, made of memory and time, watched through her eyes, and smiled. "Phase 1, it whispered. "Complete." Carol's body flinched, but she stayed in the air, eyes still glowing, hands still burning, caught in the war between her will and what had been done to her. Earth's mightiest heroes had just lost the first battle, and they didn't even know who the enemy was. Iron Man was already working before the smoke cleared. Damaged armor, cracked visor, fried circuits. None of it mattered. His voice was sharp, rapid, desperate. "Friday, deploy every satellite. Track her energy trail. I want her power signature mapped across every frequency on this planet." Friday's reply came broken through static. "Her quantum field is unstable, sir. She's not fully here." "Yeah," Stark muttered, welding a cracked servo back into place. "Neither are we if she keeps this up." Across the battlefield, Thor groaned, shoulder half-healed, lightning flickering from pain instead of rage. She fights as though her heart burns to ash. "I have seen warriors possessed before, Stark. This is not simple madness." Dr. Strange knelt in the debris, his cloak fluttering over dust and sparks. The eye of Agamotto glowed faintly at his chest. "Her mind is fractured, not corrupted. Someone built walls in her consciousness. Someone who understands time as I do." Wanda landed beside him, her eyes glowing scarlet. "Not someone, something. There's no soul behind that control. It's mechanical, artificial, cold." Stark slammed the helmet shut. "Then let's unplug it." He launched into the air, streaking toward Avengers Tower. The rest followed in battered silence. They'd faced gods, monsters, and aliens before, but never one of their own turned into a weapon against them by the future itself. Inside the tower, Tony moved faster than he'd ever done. Screens lit up with blueprints of time lattice traps, quantum stabilizers, energy cages once designed to hold vision if he ever malfunctioned. He modified everything in real time. "We build a bubble, lock her in a temporal stasis field. We keep her from jumping timelines." Then Strange works his voodoo magic and pulls the bad memories out. "Voodoo?" Strange smirked faintly, levitating tools toward him. "Fine, but what if those memories aren't memories at all?" Tony paused. "Explain. What if she's running a simulation in her mind, one planted by someone in control of both her neural system and the flow of time? You trap her, you risk collapsing that link, and the explosion might not just kill us." "Let me guess," Tony snapped. "It kills reality?" "Exactly." Thor slammed his hammer on the table, lightning scattering over the schematics. "Then we face her in the old way, power against power. I'll not watch Midgard burn because we hesitate. Wanda's magic pulse crimson. And when she rips your spine in half again, what then? Then I'll thank her for the reminder that gods can bleed." Before Stark could reply, the alarm wailed, not from the sky this time, from within. Friday's voice cut through every speaker. "Unauthorized entry, sublevel 4. Energy signature matches. Bruce Banner." Everyone froze. Tony turned toward Strange. He was erased. "Exactly," Strange said grimly. "Which means whatever erased him, just put him back." They rushed to the containment deck. The door hissed open. Banner stood there, alive but empty. His eyes were gray, his pulse barely visible. His voice came out monotone. "You shouldn't have tried to stop her." Wanda gasped. He's possessed. Banner tilted his head. No, I'm updated. The lights flickered. Strange opened a portal instantly, preparing to trap him. But Banner moved faster than human reflex should allow. His fist hit the doctor square in the chest, throwing him through a wall. The lights died, and then a voice spoke through the darkness. Not Bruce's voice. Something layered, cold, echoing. She's almost ready. The power returned, and Banner was gone again. Not vanished, phased out, like data deleted in real time. Thor clenched his jaw. Enough riddles. We hunt her now. Tony looked up at the glowing hologram of Earth, where red flares showed Carol's unstable energy signatures across continents. She's moving faster than light. She's phasing through timelines. But if she's trying to finish us, she'll start with me. Wanda stared at him. Why you? Because she said it. You die first, Stark. And I'm getting tired of waiting for my funeral. Outside, the night sky broke again. This time, the portal didn't come from space. It formed just above the tower itself. Carol descended through lightning and flame, every pulse of her energy bending gravity itself. Her face was calm now, terrifyingly calm. You tried to trap me, she said softly. You almost did. Tony took a step forward. Carol, listen to me. You've been lied to. There's someone else, something else, in your head. I know. That single phrase froze everyone. I know, she repeated, her voice shaking. And I can't stop it. Her hands began to glow again, but this time not golden. Blue. A color none of them had ever seen her emit before. Strange appeared behind her through a sling ring portal. His spell already forming. That's not her power. That's synthetic. She's being overridden right now. Wanda lunged forward, her red magic colliding with the blue surge. The clash sent a sonic boom through half the city. Carol screamed, hovering midair, clutching her head. He's watching. He's watching through me. Tony shouted, Who? Who's watching? Her answer came with a whisper that wasn't hers. Vorzek. The word rippled through the air like static electricity. Strange sighs widened. That name hasn't been spoken in eons. The memory warlord. Wanda turned sharply. You know him. He's not a being. He's a parasite that feeds on timelines. He rewrites history until reality forgets it existed. Carol's scream intensified. He's inside me. He used me to erase Banner, to test the rewrite. Tony raised both palms, armor lighting up fully. Then we're ending this test right now. He fired twin energy beams into the stabilizer field surrounding the tower. The energy looped, amplified, and locked Carol in midair, suspended between moments. Time froze around her. Her body hung motionless, but her eyes flickered, trapped between two colors, gold and blue, human and alien. Strange approached cautiously, placing his hand near the barrier. She's caught between timelines. If we pull her out too fast, we lose her forever. Wanda exhaled slowly. And if we don't, she becomes his gate. In deep space, beyond any telescope or sensor. Vorzek opened his eyes. His form was ever shifting, a silhouette of memories and bones. He watched through Carol's frozen pupils, smiling. Good, he whispered. They're learning. He reached out into the void, fingers brushing across cosmic data streams that hummed with living memory. And with one motion, he erased another hero. Somewhere in Wakanda, Chalia's name flickered from the world's memory systems, digital files, books, even minds, like he never existed. Vorzek leaned back in his throne, voice echoing through the stars. Phase 2 begins. Back on Earth, the Avengers felt it, an emptiness in their hearts they couldn't name. Tony frowned. Something's wrong. Someone's missing. Thor looked around. Who? No one could answer. Wanda whispered under her breath, he's already winning. Strange turned toward the frozen figure of Captain Marvel, suspended in the time field, struggling to breathe. If we don't find his core, he said, she won't be the last one he turns. Tony stared at her through the glass of the containment field, his reflection warped against her frozen eyes. Then we go find him, he said quietly. Before she remembers, we're the enemy again. Doctor Strange hovered silently in front of the containment field, eyes narrowed, palms glowing with golden rings of spellwork. Inside the time stasis bubble, Captain Marvel was frozen mid-scream. Her fists burned blue, her veins lit up like circuits, and her pupils flickered with static, like two broken channels caught between galaxies. "She's barely holding on," Wanda said, watching her from across the room. "Whatever Vorzek did, it's rewriting her from the inside out." Strange nodded. "Then I'm going in." Tony's eyes snapped to him. "You're what?" "I'm entering her mindscape. If Vorzek built the lie from within, that's where I'll dismantle it." "You can't just go poking around inside the brain of someone who bends gravity with a sneeze," Stark argued. "Especially not while she's possessed by a galactic timeline hacker. If I don't, she'll never wake up. And if she doesn't wake up," Strange turned deadly serious, "you'll all be dead before the sun rises." No one argued. He lifted his hands, forming the spell. Wanda walked closer, fingers brushing the edge of the barrier. "Be careful. The mind she's trapped in might not even be hers anymore." With a deep breath, Strange closed his eyes and vanished. The room around him melted. Color dissolved. Time stretched like liquid mercury. He fell through light, flame, ash, and screams, and then silence. He opened his eyes. He was standing on the ruins of Earth. Skyscrapers lay in shattered heaps. Oceans boiled on the horizon. The sky was split, half night, half static. Above it all floated Captain Marvel, glowing red and white, her entire body coursing with impossible energy. She was no longer human. She was a force of judgment, a cosmic executioner. Below her, the bodies of the Avengers burned. Thor's cape was draped over Mjolnir, which sat shattered in a crater. Wanda lay frozen mid-spell, her last breath captured in crimson mist. Banner's blood stained the ruins of a lab. Iron Man's chest reactor blinked once, then went dark. Strange turned slowly and found another version of himself hanging from a broken sanctum sign, lifeless. Carol descended from the sky, landing softly on the ashes. Her eyes were calm, like all of this made sense to her. "I told them," she said, "but they wouldn't listen." Strange stepped forward. "This isn't real." She didn't flinch. "Isn't it? This is the only future left. They corrupted the timeline. Vorzek showed me. This is a simulation, a lie." Her voice lowered. "Then why does it hurt so much?" He watched her closely and saw it. The flicker, the hesitation. A piece of the real Carol was still alive inside. Strange held out his hand. "Let me show you the truth." The world shook violently. A scream cut through the illusion. Not hers. Vorzek's voice echoed through the collapsing memory. "You do not belong here, sorcerer." The air split open like skin. Vorzek emerged, not as a form, but as a memory infection. His body was a crawling mass of forgotten moments. His face an ever-shifting mosaic of dead timelines. He towered above them, dripping with voices, thoughts, fears. "You are not permitted to unwrite what I've already crafted," he hissed. Strange lifted the eye of Agamotto. "Let's test that." They clashed mid-air. Magic collided with broken time. Spells dissolved into echoes. Vorzek split into 1,000 projections of himself, all speaking at once, all pressing against Strange's mind. He saw futures where the Avengers ruled, where they became tyrants, where Carol burned cities, where Tony sacrificed Earth for technology, where Wanda became a god of chaos. "These are your futures," Vorzek whispered. "I didn't invent them. I only organized them." Strange roared, pushing back with a burst of golden runes. "You bent her perception to your outcome. That's not destiny. That's puppetry." Carol stood between them now, trembling. "What's real anymore?" Strange turned to her. "This is a cage. You've been locked inside a curated nightmare." Her eyes filled with tears. "But I remember every second. Because he made you." Vorzek howled. "I didn't make her do anything. I showed her what you all become. I let her choose. She chose extermination. She chose survival." Strange reached for her hand. "Carol, what did you see?" Before the memory was planted, she gasped. Her vision blurred. The world around them shook again and changed. Suddenly they were in deep space, aboard a ruined ship. Strange looked around. This wasn't the simulation anymore. This was a real memory. Captain Marvel stood at the edge of a viewport. Earth burned in the distance. The stars were wrong, dimmer, fragmented. An alien voice spoke behind her. Vorzek. He stood in humanoid form this time, elegant, calm, wrapped in robes of solar data. "You are the last," he said. "They killed everything to save themselves. You watched it happen. I offer you a correction." She turned to him. "What kind of correction?" "Time travel. You go back. You kill the ones who bring the fire." Carol shook her head. "That's not how time works. That creates paradox." "No," Vorzek smiled, "that creates freedom." Strange whispered, watching from behind the memory curtain. He didn't force her. He offered her revenge. And she took it. The real Carol began to cry. "I thought I was saving everyone," she said. "I thought I was the only one left." Strange touched her shoulder. "You were. And he used your grief to weaponize your heart." The memory collapsed again. Everything shattered. Light, noise, silence. Then breath. Strange opened his eyes. He was back inside the containment chamber. Carol was awake. Her body was still locked in the field, but her eyes were clear and glowing with a different kind of power. Not blue, not red, gold, pure Carol. Wanda stepped closer. "Is she free?" Strange nodded. "She's back. But the war is just beginning." Tony walked forward. "Did you see the future?" Strange looked at him. "I saw dozens. All of them end with Earth burning unless we stop Vorzek." Carol's voice cut through the tension, calm but shaken. "He's building more of me." Everyone turned. She looked directly at Strange. "He cloned my mind, split it, sent versions of me into other timelines. If we don't stop them, one of them will destroy everything." Thor's fist tightened. "Then we hunt him across time." Wanda's magic shimmered like wildfire. "And we saved the other Carols." Carol nodded. "Or kill them before they kill you." Tony exhaled slowly. This just became multiversal. Strange adjusted his cloak. "Then we'd better rewrite the rulebook." In the distance, Vorzek watched through a fractured reality screen, showing dozens of timelines, each with a version of Captain Marvel standing at the edge of destruction. He grinned and activated Phase 3. Strange hovered over the map of Earth's ley lines, tracing fractures in time that weren't supposed to exist. Red threads pulsed like veins across continents, invisible to satellites, but glowing to anyone who could see the echoes of rewritten history. "He's not in space anymore," Strange said quietly. "He's here, on Earth, hiding inside our timeline." Carol stepped forward. "How is that even possible? Vorzek exists outside time." "Not anymore," Wanda replied, her voice low. "You let him in." Tony zoomed in on the map. "If he's walking around like a tourist, we should be able to scan for his signature." "You won't find anything," Strange said. "He's not a person. He's wearing a body, someone we already know." That's when the air shifted. Friday interrupted. "Sir, SHIELD files from 2 years ago just rewrote themselves." Tony frowned. "Come again." "Agent file, Vincent K. Rocks. Record updated with 23 new events." "That didn't happen." Wanda's eyes flashed red. "That's him." Strange nodded. "He's forging a past, so no one questions his presence." Carol closed her fists. "Where is he now?" "Washington," Friday answered. "In the Pentagon." Tony launched mid-sentence. No time for stealth. Within minutes, they were over DC, descending silently in stealth mode. Thor, Wanda, Strange, Carol, and Iron Man stood ready outside a secure vault. Wanda's magic pulsed against the door. "He's inside," she said, "but he's expecting us." The metal melted with a single pulse of her hand. Inside, a man stood calmly at a desk, wearing a shield badge and a perfect smile. He looked unremarkable, forgettable even. "Avengers," he said warmly. "I was wondering when you'd arrive." Carol stepped in first. "Drop the disguise." He chuckled, tilting his head. "This is a disguise. This is your history now." Tony raised a repulsor. "You killed Banner. You wiped Chala. You hijacked her mind. And now you're playing federal agent." I didn't kill anyone, Vorzek said. I simply erased them from the story. Strange's voice cut the air. But you made one mistake. You left one thread uncut, Carol's memory. Vorzek's smile faded. A necessary oversight. She was sentimental. And now she remembers everything, Wanda hissed, stepping forward. Including how to kill you. The lights blew out. The temperature dropped. Vorzek's skin peeled away, and the room was no longer real. They were standing in a construct, a memory palace buried in the real world. All around them, ghost versions of past Avengers flickered in and out. Captain America weeping, Natasha falling, Banner fading, scenes Vorzek had stolen. I didn't come to conquer, Vorzek said from all directions. I came to edit. You're not a god, Carol growled. No, he whispered in her mind. I'm your editor. She screamed, bursting with binary energy, unleashing a solar storm that ripped the entire illusion apart. When the smoke cleared, the man was gone, but his voice echoed one last time. You can't stop me. I exist in every version of you. Strange looked at the spot he vanished from. He's not running. Tony nodded. He's merging. Carol turned toward them, her eyes glowing again, not just gold, but crimson now, flickering like a virus, was waking up inside her. He left something in me. Wanda stepped back, and Vorzek's final gift activated. Carol's scream shattered the silence. Her body lifted from the ground as binary energy spiraled from her chest. But now it burned with something darker. Crimson lines veined across her arms. Vorzek's final code was awakening. Get back, Wanda shouted, pulling Thor and Strange into a defensive field. He left a failsafe in her, a timed override. Tony stepped forward, armor primed. Carol, you're stronger than this. Don't let him in. She dropped to her knees, clawing at her head. He's rewriting my choices, overriding my memories. Again. Inside her mind, the voice echoed. You let me in once. You'll do it again. But this time, Carol didn't fold. She closed her eyes and dove inward, into the infection, into the core. In that mental space, she saw it. A throne of bones carved from lost timelines. Vorzek sat smugly, watching hundreds of versions of her kneel at his feet. She walked toward him. You're not real, she said. You're a parasite wearing prophecy. He rose, towering monstrous, made of memories she never lived. You're mine, Carol. You always were. She stepped into his shadow and smiled. Not anymore. Binary light erupted from her heart, golden, clean, pure. It struck the throne first, then the sky, then every corrupted Carol. One by one, they broke free, turned, and faced him. You used our pain, she whispered, but you forgot what we do with pain. Outside, her body pulsed and snapped back to life. The red drained from her veins. Her aura exploded in a new spectrum, no longer just binary, but infused with chaos, time, memory, and will. Something new, something Vorzek could never control again. She hovered above the Avengers, glowing like a supernova. Is it you? Strange asked cautiously. Carol looked down, eyes clear. It's me, and I know where he's hiding. A tear rolled down her cheek. In me. Before anyone could react, she flew upward, past the clouds, past the atmosphere, deep into space. There, where Vorzek had once hidden, she found a final anchor, a pocket dimension still pulsing with his signature. She entered alone. The realm was empty now, silent. Vorzek was a shade, flickering unfinished. You were supposed to die broken, he rasped. You were never meant to survive the rewrite. Carol landed in front of him. Then I guess you failed. He lunged. She didn't flinch. She opened her chest and let all of it out. Every false memory, every implanted fear, every version of her that had bled, burned, obeyed. She released them into him. He screamed, overwhelmed, collapsing under the weight of his own manipulations. Live in what you created, she said. And with one final blast, she erased him. For real this time. Back on Earth, the sky shimmered. Names reappeared in the S.H.I.E.L.D. database. Bruce Banner, Chala, Natasha. History began to remember again. The Avengers stood in silence as Carol descended, breathing hard, glowing faintly. Tony stepped forward, cautious. "So are we back to normal?" Carol looked at him. "No," she said. "We're better." Strange raised an eyebrow. "The timelines. Still fragile, but free." Wanda smiled softly. "You rewrote yourself." Carol nodded. "He made me forget who I was." I reminded him. Thor chuckled. "Well then, Captain, let's hope you never forget again." She smiled. "I won't. Because now, the future was hers. Not his. Not anymore." End of story, white heavy checkmark.